Hello, Daphne here with another video for you. This one's titled, A Spectacular Museum, Both Inside and Out. Yes, my friends, that would be the State Museum in St. Petersburg, Russia. The Hermitage Museum is an architectural gem. Standing and looking at it is like it'll take your breath away. The architectural details, the coloring, the statues, all the different shapes on the outside of the building all contribute to making it, I think, an extraordinarily beautiful architectural gem. And the artwork inside is contains some of the most significant collections anywhere in the world. If your plans are to be in Russia anytime in the near future, please make sure that St. Petersburg is one of your stops, because it is one of the most beautiful cities of all. Plus, the museums house the most spectacular artwork anywhere in the world. The Hermitage Museum was originally established in 1794 by Catherine the Great, the famous Empress of Russia. She designed this building to house all of her own personal artwork. And are we glad she did, because it is an architectural gem in every sense of the word. Did you know that the Hermitage collection today is made up of 5 palaces, all of which were constructed in 5 different centuries? And on display in these 5 palaces, known as the Hermitage, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, museum, are over 2 million works of art. That's an extraordinary number. And there are actually 5 buildings that make up this complex. And these are the ones that are open to the public: the Winter Palace, the Small Hermitage, the Old Hermitage, the New Hermitage, and the Hermitage Theater. The Winter Palace, with 1,000 rooms, believe it or not, is the largest of the museum buildings. It is spectacular in every way, shape, and form. And as you may already know, the Winter Palace was the home to the Romanov Tsars from 1762 until 1917, when the Bolshevik Revolution changed St. Petersburg forever. And my grandmother lived there at the time, so I can tell you from our own personal family history, it was a sad day for her because it changed Russia so completely. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. I'll get into that story some other time. And did you know that the Hermitage collections are just incredibly varied? Millions of objects. It's easy to get lost in here. How long would it take to see everything? Now that is an interesting question. According to somebody that made the calculations, and I don't know exactly how they did, you would have to stay there for nearly 6 years to see everything. And that's assuming you would spend 1 minute in front of each object of art. And of course, those 6 years do not include any time for eating or sleeping. So the bottom line is, to see everything in this museum would take a very, very long time. Obviously, you can only get a touch of the beautiful artwork in here, but I thought I'd share with you some of my favorites. The museums contain the artwork from Leonardo da Vinci, Rembrandt, and Monet. Absolutely magnificent paintings. Absolutely gorgeous. My favorite, however, is the Peacock Clock. It was a clock designed by a British jeweler named James Cox in the 1770s, and it was bought by Catherine the Great. The intricate movements and the beauty of this clock cannot be described in words. It is absolutely exquisite. I mean, it personifies the word exquisite. Seeing it go through its movements is an absolute, incredibly wonderful experience. And how this jeweler got this peacock to do all the things that it does, and all the different acts, I guess you'd call them, is truly mesmerizing to watch. Also housed here, and this is one of those offbeat things that amused me, a snuff box, which according to some researchers became a murder weapon for the Russian Empire, the Russian Emperor Pavel I. So the bottom line is this is one of the most impressive museums anywhere in the world. And it's an overwhelming feeling to be surrounded by so many incredible works of art, many of which are absolutely one of a kind, like my favorite Peacock Clock. And I love the fact that so many artists from so many centuries are represented here, which allow visitors to see some of the most beautiful pieces that were ever created. Now, before closing or finishing this video, I should say, I have a quirky and fun fact to share with you about the Hermitage Museum. And this tickled me no end. Did you know that this absolutely exquisite museum is the legal home for 50 cats? Believe it or not, this cat population has found a home here since the 18th century. Now that is fascinating to me. Since way back when this group of furry, fuzzy cats were given a new home here, they are believed to have scared off any mouse that dare step foot inside, protecting all this exquisite artwork in the halls of this very, very beautiful, amazing museum. So 3 cheers for all those cats for doing their part to make sure that all of us could see the inside and enjoy the inside of this very, very special museum.